Okay, so this is the Ray-Ban Metas. This kind of reminds me of when Steve Jobs announced the first iPhone.
An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it?
And that's kind of how I feel about this too. This is a great sunglasses, a good camera system, and a pretty good speaker system all in one package. Let's get right into it. So first, one reason why I'm more okay with this one than last generation is this actually looks like regular sunglasses. In fact, I took it out several places. I've actually really put this thing to use over the past couple days, and I don't think anyone noticed that this was a smart glass. I mean, yeah, if you really look at it, you can see that there's a camera on one side and a light on the other side that indicates when you're recording, so you don't end up being too creepy. And the entire glasses itself looks and feels fairly high quality. It looks and feels like a regular Ray-Ban Wayfarer sunglasses, except for the actual band itself being a little bit thicker. But you know what? Like, look at some of these other glasses I have next to me. So I have the official Super Saf glasses, and they look fairly similar. But when you look at it from top down, you can tell that it is heavier. But then next is some of like my regular old-fashioned sunglasses, you can definitely tell the difference because there's no electronics in this. You know, one good thing about a regular pair of sunglasses is that they are much lighter than this, and when you pick this up, it doesn't feel too heavy. But after wearing it for a while, it starts to weigh on your nose and head a little bit. So, like sometimes when I'm out, I can wear my regular non-smart sunglasses for hours and hours, and I kind of forget about this. I did feel like in the many occasions that I took the Ray-Ban Metas out, I kind of had to take a bit of a break. The actual hinge itself is really good. It's high quality. I mean, I expect nothing less from Ray-Ban. It doesn't seem any better or worse than any other regular pair of sunglasses that I've owned in the past, so I'm happy about that. So there's a few little design elements. On the right side of the band, there's actually a Meta logo, and on the other side, there's an on and off switch. And this fully kills the power of the device. So there's no way you could accidentally take a picture or a video of someone or even yourself while you're in the bathroom. So it's a nice little safety measure just to make sure that no accidents happen. But you don't really get too much accidental touches in terms of turning on the camera because there's two ways to do it. You can say, "Hey Meta," to take a video or take a picture. But the other way to turn on the camera, so there's a button here to the right. And if you press it once, as you might have heard that, it snaps a photo. If you press and hold it, it starts a video. You can change the video length in the settings between 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and 60 seconds. I've been keeping it at 60 seconds and then I can just edit later on. But I can imagine for the target audience of this product who are just posting short form content to like Instagram or Facebook, etc., might not want to do more than 15-second intervals. So, but unfortunately, you can't do longer than 60 seconds. So, if your 60 seconds run out, you literally just have to press and hold this button again to reinitiate it. So, let's first talk about some of the cool features here. First of all, there's a voice assistant and it's called Hey Meta. So, let's get a sense for how that works. Hey Meta, who is the CEO of Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg is the CEO of Facebook.
Hey Meta, what's 15 times 12?
15 times 12 is 180.
Hey Meta, where is the nearest Chick-fil-A?
The nearest Chick-fil-A to
So here it's actually giving me the address, but for privacy reasons, I'm going to talk over this part.
Florida.
Hey Meta, call Chelsea.
On your phone, call Chelsea, right?
No.
On your phone, call Shalassie, right?
No. Okay, so if I would have said yes, it would have called that person, but I don't feel like calling anyone at 1 a.m. just to prove a point. Just know that it works, and it works well. Where is the best restaurant nearby?
Here are some top-notch restaurants close to Florida. Louis Bossi's Restaurant, Grill, Bonefish Grill. Kindly note that more excellent restaurants near you exist. These are a few selections based on personal preference and online reviews.
Cool. Thank you. And as you might have heard there, the voice assistant works really, really good. You don't have to get your phone out and like try to get Siri, or you don't have to bring out your watch and then try to get Google Assistant or whatever the case is. You're already wearing your glasses. So apparently soon it's going to be able to use the camera to help answer questions. So like say you're in France and you look at the Eiffel Tower, you could just say, "Hey Meta, what is this in front of me?" And it'll tell you it's the Eiffel Tower, etc. So that feature isn't here yet. So that'll be kind of cool when or if it comes out. As MKBHD always says, don't buy a product for what's coming, buy a product for what's here right now. But let's continue to talk about what's here right now. There are speakers on this. I was gonna do some tests on them to see if it like supports like AAC or LDAC or aptX, etc. I don't know. I guess I was curious to see if it supported any of those high-end codecs, but I didn't even bother. I just kept using it on my iPhone. I didn't bother testing it on my Pixel or anything else like that because the audio quality is just not good enough for music listening. At least in my opinion, it's fine to get by, but like I'm not gonna jam out to music in this. It pretty much just sounds as good, if not a little bit better than the best phone speaker out there. Actually, a good amount better, but not good enough for music. But what it is perfectly acceptable for and actually really good at is spoken word content, podcasts, YouTube content. It's been really freaking awesome to listen to content with these glasses. It's just incredibly convenient. You don't have to look for headphones. So the glasses are already on your head. You just press play and you can just enjoy. And because they're not plugging in your ears, you can completely pay attention to your surroundings around you, still feel safe, and be able to absorb content. Another thing, voice calls sound amazing. There's 5 microphones, so. Can you see the light?
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah.
so I can't be conspicuous.
No, there's no low key.
There's no low key. Okay. The microphone quality is like good enough for me to be able to use on YouTube videos and stuff. Let's talk about the video quality, and man, I am really, really happy with it. I mean, it's meant to be looked at on a phone. You're not meant to cast this on your 4K OLED TV and like pixel peep, but for what it is really good. The dynamic range is really well captured. I mean, like look at some of these scenes that I've taken. One thing I notice is every time I take a sip of my beverage, it's a little bit off to the right because the camera's to the right. It's not centered, so you can have some issues framing your shot if you get a little bit picky about that. Not the end of the world though, but it's just a little bit off-putting. But overall, man, this camera, the quality of the camera is really, really good. It's a tiny sensor, but I think there's a lot of post-processing going on in the actual chip itself of the sunglasses. I mean, because that I don't think that processing is happening after the fact on device. So whatever chip they're using in there is doing a really good job. And another really cool aspect of a product like this is usually when you're capturing footage from your phone, you're not really paying attention to the moment. So if you're at a kid's soccer game or if you're capturing a concert, I find myself paying attention more to the actual footage I'm taking on my phone than actually living the moment and paying attention to the actual event. So that's one really cool thing about this, because it's already on your face. You just press that one button, you're recording, and you don't have to worry about framing or looking at anything. You could both enjoy the moment and capture some memories. I think this is a great product if this is something that you feel you could get use out of. But one thing I'm going to start saying more in all of my videos is don't buy this or any product because you think it'll get you to start using something. It's kind of like buying workout clothes because you think it'll motivate you to go to the gym. I mean, it might for the first few days, but that's not enough of a motivator. So I can't wait to use this more as we get closer to the end of the year. I have a few vacations planned out. And all right, guys, so I think that'll do it. Like and subscribe. I have links to buy down below.